I got to ask about Mangoa and Trey Brown. Hey, you have an idea kind of how they'll be used? Will they be kind of like a co-starter deal at that position?
Yeah, I
this
mean, I
year?
think they'll be used early and often, and I think be ready to see, Cisco maybe playing multiple spots to be versatile, right, to get our best guys out there. I think you'll see some base down packages with 3 backers on the field at one time. So we're just getting those guys ready to go, and those guys will continue to earn it. Just a lot like those safety positions. We need all those guys, and they'll play massive reps for us. So just excited about those 2 guys and where they're at right now.
Have you got an update on Fafita and Dew? Maybe just some of those
Yeah, I mean,
guys?
everyone's on the progression to get ready to play, so that's exactly where they're at. Everybody's out here ready to get going, and we're excited about having those guys back in the mix.
How's left guard kind of coming along, and how much evaluation do you think you got left at that spot?
Like I said, I think right now we're kind of set on playing a lot of 6 guys, but Christian Hilborn, we feel like, has really established himself coming out of fall camp is really that guy. That doesn't mean we won't get some guys with Lee rotating in and kicking one of those tackles down, but we're really happy with Christian's progress, and I think he's really earned that.
And kind of, I'm working on the thing about the O-line, the first team O-line specific. I know a lot of talk's been about, a new look group and everything. How do you think that they've sort of progressed over these last 3 weeks? Are there maybe some areas that you're concerns that they cleaned up over the past couple of weeks?
I just think there's a connectiveness with the group. And I think that's exactly what you need in the offensive line. And, they don't have all the big names of an Abe Lucas and all those type of things, but collectively, they can be really, really strong together. And I think Connor Gomness and his leadership has been phenomenal, and I think he's keeping everybody together, but we got to keep them healthy, right? Every Saturday we got to have those guys ready to go. So they've taken a big step forward. There still is a learning curve of where we want to be. But I think at the end of the day, those guys are getting better each and every day. But it's about the connectiveness of the whole unit and how they're playing together better, and that's going to be the key to their success.
With Christian, you just said going at left guard. Is Falili going to slide back outside, cross train? What's kind of the direct plan for him?
Yeah, we feel very comfortable about leaving Lili as an athlete more at the tackle position. Especially with Brock Dew back, giving us some extra wiggle room in the inside. And if we're going to, have Lili in the rotation, kick one of the older guys probably in just because it's easier to bounce on some of those guys. Lili's still, new to the position. But his progress is tremendous, and I think his ceiling is still high. He's not reached his best football yet. So excited about Lili and what he's doing and giving us another option at tackle.
Did the film from the scrimmage kind of shed any light to you on who that free safety might be, whether that's Sam or Jaden? Or Shepard, for that matter?
Yeah, I mean, I think Sam is really, taking a stronghold of, really taking steps to be out there. So once again, it'll be someone who got to name a starter, someone will go out, but at the end of the day, that'll be a position group that, almost just like last year is going to be earned on the field, just like, George did last year. So excited about those guys and their progress, and we'll keep going and evaluating that spot as we go throughout the season.
I know you've said in the past running back by committee is going to kind of be the plan, but it would just kind of seem from those weeks in fall camp, Nakia probably going to get some of the bulk of the reps. How do you kind of see that rotation playing out of that spot?
I think it'll be interesting as we keep going. I mean, Nakia obviously has the veteran, leadership and a little bit more of the experience. I think he's a clear-cut number 1, and I think Jalen has done a really good job being a 1B, right? And they're vastly different, but I think you will see, some Payne, you'll see some Katzer, you'll see some Javinsky, so there'll be a lot of guys as they continue to learn a little bit on the fly, so these, getting into game week, this was our first kind of game week prep practice. Those guys getting locked in and focused to doing their job because the package shrinks down, right? So this will help Jalen, this will help Javinsky, making sure they're getting on the same page of knowing exactly what to do instead of having the breadth of the whole playbook as they did in fall camp.
This might be difficult to answer now because things can change over the course of the season, but are there any guys right now that you are looking at as freshmen that are just for sure not going to redshirt, that are going to play beyond the 4 games?
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Jenkins and Leighton Smithson, there's no doubt those guys will be out there, and we're going to play them, we're going to rep them, and, early on the roles might be a little bit less, but you get into game 10 and 12, you can just see those guys taking off, and Leighton brings such a value on special teams, so you're going to see him doing a lot of different things, that's really, really exciting. So those are the 2 right now that, without a doubt, they're going to be ready to play game 1.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate
Working on kind of a season preview. If you could kind of speak directly to fans, and what do you think that they should expect this year from the Coug grade, and then also the defense coming back, just kind of in general?
Yeah, I mean, I just think the biggest thing is the team. You know, I'm excited the hard work that the team has put in. I think they deserve our people to be in the stands. You know, it isn't just enough to show the TV numbers and support us that way. You need to be here, right? Giesa Field needs to be one of the hardest places to play in the Pac-12 North, period. And I think it can be, and I think it will be. And what it's like to be a Coug and finally getting back to normal and having the tailgates and doing everything we're excited about doing, it's about being here. And I think you're going to see a team that's going to be disciplined, accountable, and is going to work their tail off. And they're focused on being 1-0 every week. So come support them and let's get after this thing.